Today I've got a top 10 for you, and I mean a top 10 in the literal sense. These are my top 10 best recommendations for new fall clone fragrances, or caveat, cheap fragrances from a clone brand, even if they are originals. This list is straight up fire. Really hard to pick out 10 fragrances that actually truly honestly fit in a list like this, but I think I got them. So stay tuned. This one's going to be amazing. Please give your very best fall click to the like button if you like the video. Also subscribe to the channel. Let's get on with it. So first up, we have from French Avenue. This is Vulcan Sable, and this one is an alternative to SHL Sandance. Now, I have not smelled the original of this fragrance, but what I can tell you is it is a dark, boozy, semi-sweet, gourmand, and somewhat spicy fragrance. It is quite complex. It's quite dark. It's not overly sweet, even though it is considered to be a gourmand fragrance. If you like stuff that is boozy, stuff that is mysterious and dark, this is a very good fragrance, and from what I have heard, what I've seen, it's a good representation of the original, and really, really good performance on this one. This is easily 8+ hours. Again, Vulcan Sable. All right, next up, this is one that got a good bit of hype because of the line that it is from. I'm talking about Lattafa, Qaed, Fursan, and this one is Untamed. Untamed. I get this one mixed up with the name of Unlimited, but it's Untamed. It's supposed to be an alternative to Eros Najim, and this is another kind of sweet gourmand-esque fragrance, but with a good bit of sweetness and aromatic, fresh, spicy notes. It is in the family of something like Valentino Uomo Born in Roma. It could actually be a flanker in that line, and I would never bat an eye, but it's very versatile. It's very much a crowd-pleasing fragrance, and again, you've got some sweeter notes, you've got a bit of a dark base, but then you've got some fresh, spicy, aromatic, and citrus notes at the top. Very good stuff, and I can understand why it's been getting some love. This is Qaed Fursan Untamed. This next one is probably still my favorite fragrance DNA on the planet. I'm talking about French Avenue Paradox Tribute, and this one is an alternative to BDK Tobacco Rose, and it is an absolutely amazing fragrance with some tobacco, of course, with some rose, of course, but it is a dark, sweet, very spicy tobacco fragrance at its heart. And the rose that is added in, rather than causing me to hate the fragrance, which is how I felt about most rose fragrances for many, many, many years, this adds a certain mystique and a depth to this fragrance. It will blow your mind. If you like dark, spicy fragrances, tobacco fragrances, even though rose is a prominent note, this would be a great one to dip your toes in and see, is there a category of rose fragrances that you like, even if you've previously disliked them? I now like all kinds of rose fragrances, largely because of this DNA and one other. Again, this is Paradox Tribute. Absolutely amazing. This next one is another one of the DNAs that has become one of my absolute favorites that I have ever smelled. This one is another from French Avenue. This is Royal Blend Vintage. It's an alternative to By Kilian's Old Fashioned, but it's actually quite similar to another Kilian fragrance that I absolutely fell in love with, but it's been discontinued. And I'm talking, of course, about Kilian Single Malt. This one is very, very similar. Old Fashioned and Single Malt are very similar to one another. There is a little bit more of a prominent plum note in Single Malt, whereas this one has a little bit of plum, at least according to one of the note lists that I saw. It smells like it's got some plum. It's just not quite as much as the original Single Malt. So anyway, great dupe of Kilian Old Fashioned, amazing, boozy, sweet, warm fragrance. I mean, I'm telling you, this list is fire. Next up, I've got a couple from a brand that I have not bought anything from for, I think it's been close to 2 years. I'm talking about the brand of Dossier, and they are a very different type of fragrance company now than they were a couple years ago whenever I was familiar with them. They're now making some amazing original fragrances. I'm telling you, if what I'm about to show you came in a Kilian bottle, a Xerjoff bottle, something like that, you would not even doubt for a second that it was a $200 fragrance. I'm talking about this one, Golden Rum and Amber. As soon as I smelled it, I thought this might be the best boozy fragrance that I have ever smelled. This has notes of bitter almond, plum, Qaed wood, rum, clove, cedar wood, ambroxan, vanilla, tolu balsam, and candied fruits. I mean, just the note list, whenever I saw it, I thought, I'm gonna love this fragrance, and I absolutely love it. It is a spicy, sweet, boozy fragrance with a good bit of that plum note that I love. I actually love clove spiciness, things like chai tea, Turkish coffee. This has that rich, kind of almost Christmassy kind of a spice with an amazing boozy note and just the right amount of sweetness. Golden Rum and Amber, this is amazing. And this next one, also from Dossier, I'm telling you, this is something special. Whenever I sprayed it on, just like the last one, I was just almost speechless. And let me just say this, I don't have affiliate links with this brand. They're not paying me. This is just me saying, wow, these are amazing fragrances. So this next one is Caramelized Lavender and Hazelnut. It's part of what they call their genderless collection. They tried to take classically masculine notes like lavender and then some more feminine notes like the gourmand notes in this fragrance and blend them together in a way that is a very attractive unisex fragrance, and I would say they succeeded big time. The lavender note in this one is, it's a sweet lavender. Lavender can come across so many ways. Soapy, kind of classically masculine, aromatic. It can even be kind of screechy if it's used in the wrong way. This is kind of a soft, sweet lavender. That note alone would have been a fantastic fragrance for me, but then in the mid and the base, you've got something that actually reminds me a little bit of Paco Rabanne Ultra Red. That warm, gourmand sweetness with almost like a fruity kind of a texture. It's just absolutely fantastic. Very unique. I don't have anything else that smells like this. There is a fragrance that my wife is in love with that has a similar lavender note, and I don't think she's smelled this one yet, but wow, it is awesome. I've been wearing these every day since I got them. Again, Caramelized Lavender and Hazelnut. All right, next up. This one I think has been out for a year or so, but it flew totally under the radar, which is a shame because this is incredible. This is from Fragrance World. This is Azara Man Parfum. And can you tell what this is a clone of? I mean, the styling of the bottle, it is clearly a Tom Ford Black Orchid Parfum dupe, and they did a great job. You know, Black Orchid, I really do like the fragrance, but I kind of got burnt out on it a few years back. Well, the Parfum, they added a plum note, thank you very much, and just added a little bit of a sweet fruitiness. They deepened it a little. The kind of floral powdery vibe is still there, almost like an iris kind of powderiness, but it's a chocolatey warm fragrance. It's a leathery fragrance, and that plum note as well as that fantasy orchid note, absolutely fantastic and quite close to the original as well, Fragrance World's Azara Man Parfum. And this next one apparently is a clone of a more obscure Le Male flanker, Essence de Parfum, which I don't think I ever smelled. I remember trying to buy it once and I could only find it on eBay for very expensive, but now you can pick this one up from Lattafa Habik For Men. And this one is a aromatic, warm, spicy fragrance. It actually reminds me a whole lot of La Nuit de l'Homme LAYL Parfum and La Nuit de l'Homme EDP. Those two flankers, which have some unique characteristics. You've got kind of a leathery, deeper vibe in the other. You've got more of a peppery spiciness, you know, in the Parfum versus the EDP. They're both fantastic. And this is kind of a blend between the two with a touch more sweetness. This is the perfect fall fragrance. The notes in this kind of fragrance are made for fall. Habik For Men from Lattafa. This is really good stuff. 10, I mean, I got to tell you, I'm proud of this list. I hope you guys check out some of these fragrances. If the notes sound appealing to you or if the originals sound appealing to you, this is a list that is not going to disappoint you. This is actually number 9, not number 10. This is from Fragrance World again, Nazih Gold. You know, I didn't realize that this list is like 90% or I don't know, 70% Fragrance World. I like Fragrance World, but that wasn't intentional. But this one, Nazih Gold, is actually a 1 million golden oud, I think is what it's called, or maybe it's just 1 million oud. It's the oud flanker of 1 million. It actually has a lot of similarities to Penhaligon's Halfeti. The original did, and so does this one, or even less so like Chopard Oud Maliki. It's this wonderfully kind of deep, dark, a little bit woody, almost leathery. The oud is very approachable, but it's got a good bit of sweetness and it's got a good bit of spiciness. And again, if they were to say this was a Penhaligon's Halfeti dupe, then I'd say, okay, it's amazing. And the 1 million oud was very much that way as well. This is a great introduction to oud because the oud is really not even the most dominant player. The kind of sweet, spicy notes are more dominant. Nazih Gold, so good from Fragrance World. And finally, this one I'm gonna throw in as a representative of a brand that if you still haven't checked out, you really might want to check them out. They've got some of the best prices in their category. I'm talking about FragBar, and this one is FragBar's L'Homme IDEAL Parfum clone or alternative, and their clones in general are excellent. I would put them on par with Dua, with Alexandria, but their prices are lower. And to me, that's what causes them to stand out as the one that I probably recommend, no, that I do recommend more than the others that I'm talking about, because they are priced excellently. The quality is fantastic. The accuracy is on point. And I have picked up a bunch of fragrances from them in the past year or so, and I don't think I've been disappointed with any of them. But this right here, the L'Homme IDEAL Parfum is an amazing fragrance, and this one's actually quite close. They actually released a killer alternative to Angel Share Paradis or Paradise. I have a really good discount code for them that you can check out down below. These little travel sprays are like, I think they're like $14 or something with the discount code. So check them out. You won't be disappointed. So that has been 10. And even though there's 10 others I could put in this video, I will tell you these are among the best new clones slash cheapies for fall that I could possibly recommend to you. Let me know your thoughts down below. Remember to give the video a like and subscribe to the channel. I'm Justin. This is Sillage Scents.